All right, guys. So in today's presentation, we're going over the Options Auto Trader weekly update. So today is May 3rd, so we'll be doing this every single Friday. We may change the times to make it better for everyone, but it seems like we have a good group on now. All right, so diving in, let's see. First off, we have to cover legal stuff. Disclaimer: I'm not a registered broker dealer, and I'm also not a registered financial advisor, tax expert, or anything like that. So please consult one before trading. You can read all the info there. Okay, so what is the Options Auto Trader? For those who don't know, I know we have some people on who aren't current members. It's the go-to trading tool for traders who want to spend more time with their family and less time being stuck to the screen. It's for traders who love the profits but hate the emotions that come with trading. And it's for people who want to provide for their family. That's actually the reason why I made it, because I was like, what happens if I die? Like, will my wife actually be cared for? And I was like, you know what? I do these amazing option strategies. Will I actually be able to automate them so they can make money even if I'm not here or I can't work? And so that's how this program was created. So Options Auto Trader is the world's first option selling auto trader that supports futures options and SPX, which is something I know that so many people want, including myself. With the three main focuses being simplicity, profitability, and ease of use. So let's dive in. What are the new updates and what is coming soon? So here's what we'll cover and how you can use it to make more money. We'll talk about zero DTE trading. We'll talk about the trading update emails, the new auto trader flow, the updated strategy database, and everything else that comes along with it. So let's dive in. First off, the Options Auto Trader this week has just now supported zero DTE trading. So what does this mean for you? This means that you can set up zero DTE trades that are based on how far away your strike prices are from dollar amount out of the money. Why? Because we don't want to use delta when trading zero DTE. So let's just cover the update here. So update, you can now automate zero DTE trades. If you don't have a zero DTE strategy, then you can pick one from our proven strategy database. So best practices with this is zero DTE trades should be set up using the dollar amount out of the money because delta tends to fluctuate dramatically because of theta decay and a lot of things that are happening on the zero DTE mark. So also be aware that the trades will be closed by the auto trader if they are in the money 30 minutes before the market close. As a safeguard, it will close your position 30 minutes before if the trade's in the money. If it's not, I mean that when the trade expires, if it hits max profit, it will let it be and do its thing. So just to let you know, but zero DTE trading is now available, and I even have some amazing updates on that of the profitability that we have with it. Next is a trade update emails. So hopefully every member has gotten this already. It came out at 3 when market closed my time. So the update is you can now see all the details about a trade that the automated trade just triggered and entered for you all in your email. This means no more having to go to your broker, no more even having to log into the Options Auto Trader site. You can see everything about the trade straight from your email, phone, wherever it is. And so again, in addition to that, there's also weekly and daily updates on your performance so that you never have to log into your broker or your site or the website ever again. So here's an example of the weekly update. You can see here, it kind of shows you how you're doing. It shows you a summary of each auto trader, the chart performance, and some key facts about it. So again, this is sent or scheduled to go out to everyone once a week. If you want to change that where you never get it, which would be sad, or you want to update it to daily because you want to see how your auto trader is performing every single day without having to log in, you can change that in your user profile settings. So this is what the weekly update looks like, and this is what it looks like for an email when you place a trade. It tells you the automation, the legs that were entered, the expiration date, and the entry price. So you can have all that information there for you. All right, next we have the new Auto Trader Creator Flow. So again, my goal, as I mentioned with the Options Auto Trader, is to make it profitable, simple, and easy to use. And so I kind of revamped the Auto Trader Creator Flow. So you can now be guided through the Auto Trader creation process in a way that helps you place the best and highest win rate trade, even if you know nothing about options. That's right, guys. It's so awesome because like we build in the best practices for you. So even if you don't know what like deltas or anything like that is, when you pick a strategy, by default, we preload the best settings for you to have the highest win rate. Of course, you can change it to whatever you want, but if you know nothing, it will help you or help set you up for success. So again, just some best practices here. Use the preset settings if you're very new to options and you don't really know what's going on. All right, updated strategy database. This is for people who don't have a strategy or just want one that's more consistent. And so now the update here is, instead of trying to figure out in our strategy database, we just had a huge long list of strategies. Now you can find which one works best for you based on the goals you want. So if you want to find our top strategies, or you want to do a passive income strategy, or you want to do a zero DTE strategy, you just select the dropdown on which one you want, and we'll show you only the strategies that match your goals so that you can get to what you want faster. So the best practices here is make sure that when you're picking a strategy from the strategy database, to pick an asset that you can afford based on your account size. So the largest account size will probably be SPX trades, and then ES, and then MES, and then SPY. So again, if you have a small account, start with SPY or MES, and you can slowly build up from there. Next is the new dashboard page. This is one of the coming soon features. Why? Well, because there's a lot of you guys on the Options Auto Trader who have like 5 to 10 auto traders on the dashboard page. And in order to see an update about it, you like need to like scroll forever. It's like the endless scrolling thing. Because once you have like auto traders and then like 5 trades per auto trader, like it goes down far. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a little table on the dashboard with some cool graphics and UI and charts and stuff like that show you from a glance how each auto trader is performing, and then you can click into each one to see a detailed analysis of all the trades and everything you want, so that you don't have to keep scrolling to see the performance of an auto trader. You can see it all in one place and then click in to see more. So that's what's coming. And again, why is because, well, there's so many of you guys having so many trades on that I know it gets confusing. Okay, now let's talk about member spotlights. All right, guys. So we're talking about David here, and I'm featuring David because he sent me an email. I know David's on the call right now, but he sent me this email. He's like, Austin, for marketing, you need to use this screenshot. And I don't really care about the screenshot. I think it's more cool that David was like, check out what I'm doing, and he sent me an email about it. So guys, it's just cool to see you guys actually enjoying it, making profits from it, and wanting to share about it. That means the world to me, and I would really appreciate it if you guys continue to do that, because that's how we will eventually grow. So anyways, thanks, David. You can see here, he's been using the auto trader for 2 months and has made $2,600. That's amazing. Member spotlight, Lorna Bot. Lorna is also on here. She's from Botland. So again, Lorna Bot is living up to her name. She is kind of a senior trading room manager or moderator, as you can see here, for Simpler Trading. And so you can check her out there. But the reason why I want to feature her is because she's living up to her name, and she has over 10 trading bots and has made a couple thousand already just from the auto trader. So she's for sure doing every strategy that you can and using the options auto trader to basically the fullest extent that she can. So I just wanted to feature her for that. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about some of the amazing things that we have going on with zero DTE. So again, I do want to admit, because there were about five of you who started using the zero DTE trades on Thursday. Thursday, there was a small error where it actually placed a 1 DTE trade instead of 0. Anyways, that's been fixed as of last night / this morning, early this morning. So the 4 trades that were placed today that were zero DTE trades, out of the 4 of them that were placed automatically by you guys, 4 of them were winners. I just went into the database and I was like, okay, how did these zero DTE trades perform today? 4 put on, 4 winners. That's amazing. So here's an example screenshot from 2 of them. The other 2 were put on by Lorna, and we kind of featured her in the last slide. So again, these 2 trades were put on by different traders. One person did an ES, Iron Condor, and another person did an MES, Iron Condor. So depending on your account size, you can do this, but they both made roughly a 50% return in the matter of a single day in an automated way, trading zero DTE options in a very safe way. So that's how amazing the auto trader is, with very proven systems and strategies. All right, here are some metrics that I'm so excited to share that I just pulled an hour ago. Is based on everyone in the software right now, we have automated 139 trades. That means that 139 trades have been put on and managed without you having to watch the market be consumed with what's going on and being kind of an emotional wreck. Because I know that through this period, the market has dropped. And if I was trading and watching it, I know I probably would have got out. But now, because we're managing with the options auto trader, we're no longer being controlled by our emotions, and we're letting it handle itself. And because of that, we have 139 trades automated. And we also have the total profits made. This is including losses. Guys, I just summed both all profits and losses and everything combined. We've had a total return from everyone in the auto trader of $31,815. That's right. That's like a low income here in America is what some people make in a year. Everyone in the Auto Trader has made in the last month or two. So that's how amazing this is. That you guys, being a very small group already, is doing so great with this Auto Trader. So just want to kind of shout out to you guys and the amazingness of the Auto Trader. Again, there's 139 trades on. There's only been 29 trades closed as of right now. And so based on those closed trades, we're talking about a 69% win rate. Again, if we factor in the winning trade, it's closer to 80, 89%, somewhere in that range. And so, yeah. So again, guys, that's how amazing the Options Auto Trader is. It's doing its job and you set it up correctly. So way to go for you guys. All right. So if you're ready to join and you haven't joined the Options Auto Trader yet, you can actually join. Just kidding, not right now. But June 7th, for those of y'all who aren't members yet, is the date when we're opening up. And not only are we going to open up, but I'm actually going to offer a free trial so you can get started in a risk-free way so that you make money before you ever consider staying on and paying me money for it. So again, June 7th, mark your calendar, and you'll get access to the Options Auto Trader, to all the amazing tools and features we have now, plus all the ones coming. And I'll be doing this kind of Zoom every single week so you can learn what's coming and what's new. So that you can get in on June 7th and start crushing it with the market. All right, guys, that's all that I have for you. Q&A time. So I know that last time I did a live Zoom, because I'm kind of new to this, I didn't really get to do much about unmuting people. So let's just put any questions, type them out in the Q&A box, and I'll make sure to read all questions from there. I know the chat's kind of going crazy and I can't really keep up with that. So if you put it in the Q&A channel, I will do my best to respond to all those. But yeah, so feel free to ask me any questions about the Auto Trader features coming, things you want, or anything like that. While I wait for the Q&A channel to kind of fill up, I will also be reading through the chat messages because I missed that as I was going through. So let's see. Lorna said, yep, fantastic new features. Yes, that email was great. I strive to know nothing. Neil says, me too, David. I've achieved that. I love this. Took off 3 112s today, said Lorna. That's awesome. David said, nice 4 for 4. I also said emotions are the worst. I hate them. Exactly what we use in Auto Trader. Lorna said, yep, huge game changer. Woke up last week to profits and one taken off that would have been lost. Be a ton more without the bots. Yeah. David said 32,000. June 7th is the day. Make it. Yeah, absolutely. If you are on this Zoom right now and you aren't a member, June 7th, mark that on your calendar because you don't want to miss out. Steven says, hi, Lorna Bot. I know you from Simpler Trading. Mel's been such a big help. Yeah, she's helped me tremendously creating the zero DTE side. So that's been awesome. All right, now that we got through it and I see that the Q&A channel is lining up, let's dive into it. All right, so Nader said, what delta are you selling and buying and what time frame for the Auto Trader? So this actually is completely on what you want to set up. So let me actually pull up the Auto Trader for you. So again, if we're going through the new Auto Trader creator flow, if I set up this, I just select the account that I want it tied to. And then if we just create a trader from scratch, what we can see here is I pick everything. This is not a black box. This won't do anything for any unknown reason. You set up the rules of when you want it to enter, how you want it to enter, how you want it managed, and it'll do exactly what you say and nothing different. So if you can see here, like let's say I'm setting up a 112, it gives you the best defaults by it gives you the best practices by default. So these are all the deltas, but again, you can change them. You can change the days until expiration, change the asset, do whatever you want. You can also change when you want the trade to enter, once a week, once a day, once a month, whatever it is, however you want it structured, you do that. You can also tell it to take profit and stop loss, early management. If you want the trade to be turned into a hedge after, the bot will do what you tell it to do and nothing else. And that's why I love this, because so many advertisements online, it's like, check out our bot, it'll make you this much. You're like, how does it work? And they're like, it's a secret. And actually no one knows because it's just some AI thing and it's going to probably eventually lose you money. And so now you know actually you are in full control because you know what it's doing and you're setting it up to do so. So I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Anonymous attendee said, what's the most profitable strategy everyone is using? Without a doubt, 112s. So people who have larger accounts are doing ES 112s. The smaller accounts are doing MES 112s. But without a doubt, if you are new to trading, if you have even been trading for a while and lack consistency, 112s are the trading strategy that you should be using. That is the one that I push and that I recommend because it works, it's consistent, and it does so across every different type of market. And so 112s would be the one that you want to check out. Darlene said, after a 112 turns into a hedge, let me get out of this actually. After a 112 turns into a hedge, do we have to wait until that expires, or do we have to manually close it on our own? So a 112 will turn into a hedge once it hits the profit target that you set up for the auto trader. And once it's a hedge, it will stay a hedge and will not be managed by the auto trader, because the goal of a hedge is to keep a hedge on to protect your account and protect your trades in the event of a crash or a down move. So we don't want to take that off, because then we'll be limiting the amount of profit we can make if the market crashes, and we don't want to do that. So the hedge stays on. If you want to manually close the trade and you're like, hey, I no longer want this hedge, just click on the red X button and click on close the trade, and we'll close the trade for you. So that, I hope that answers your question, Darlene. Andy says, what is the anticipated cost of the auto trader? There will be various plans for various different account sizes to help everyone be able to use it, but also be able to make enough of a return to cover the cost of the auto trader and have a good profit. So that is something that I'm considering and dialing in. But don't worry, you'll start off with the free trial so you can make money before anything else. But I don't have the prices dialed in just yet, but I will let you know when I do. Ryan Johnson said, what is the percentage win rate on the zero DTE strategies? Not what we currently are, but historically the rate is. Great question. So again, I'm not a zero DTE trading expert. It's not something I do often. But if we're looking at the numbers of where I got the strategies for the built-in strategies for the system, for the strategy database, they were all from tastytrade. And so tastytrade did a study. Again, I can link you that study later. But if you go on YouTube and you type in zero DTE options trading at lunchtime, it will show you all the metrics and reports for it. But if you place a zero DTE iron condor at 12 o'clock, so the middle of the day, you sell the $20 wide, which means that wherever the price is, you go 20 to the downside and 20 to the upside, and then you do 20 away from that, which is how the zero DTE iron condor for the strategy database is set up. You have a 91% win rate. So again, all the strategies in the database and in our system have the highest win rates. So again, you can structure that trade differently to make more and have a lower win rate, but I'm prioritizing the higher win rates. So again, you can go look at all the research there at tastytrade, or I should say Tasty Live. But yeah, you're looking at a 91% win rate, and the study was done over the past 11 months. So 11 months of data, we're looking at a 91% win rate. Darlene says, can we have an auto trader not take a trade during FOMC days? This is actually something that is very much requested from some of you guys in the Options Auto Trader group. It's not something that's currently supported, but something that is coming now because of zero DTE. And so it's not important when you're trading 112s, but if you're trading daily for the zero DTE trades, yes, I will be making an option soon that will get you out during FOMC days. So great question. Made another note of that with my pen and paper, so I don't forget. But yes, great question, Darlene. Curtis says, choosing the predefined zero DTE strategy, I'm not seeing the parameters for the iron condor that are being traded. Yep. So when you create a strategy from the strategy database, it kind of skips over some steps because it pre-fills everything for you. So let me show you how to see that. So if we go in and create an auto trader from the strategy database, we can go in here and look at our current zero DTE option strategies. So the zero DTE iron condor. Again, SPY and MES will be for smaller accounts, ES and SPX for larger accounts. Let's just, for example, just click on ES. So you see it skips us here to buying power allocation because it sets up the rules for everything else. But if you want to see the rules, so just click the back button. So we can click the back button here and go back a few times and see that, okay, we're ES futures, 0 days until expiration. Here is the structure We're setting up basically a put credit spread and a call credit spread, where we're going $20 away from, or $20 out of the money plus $20 in addition. So that means these further ones are 40 out. So we have 20 out and 40 out. And this is how it's structured. And then you can see here it's entered every single day during the lunch session during the middle of the day, because that's what the study showed. Again, there was no take profit on those trades. It had a 91% win rate. And so again, because we like to be structured here, 30% take profit, 150% stop loss is kind of what I put in for that trade. And then again, you set the buying power allocation, and that's how you see it. So again, if you want to see all the data there, but as always, if you create an auto trader and you want to see all the stats for it, you click on here, it'll show you the approximate data, explain in English what the auto trader is doing for those who don't understand what all these metrics mean. So for instance, the auto trader is instructed to automate a 90 DTE 112 on ES every Tuesday and Thursday. Trades will be placed in the afternoon session. So again, you can read all about it here or see the settings. So all that is available for you. I hope that answered your question, Curtis. All right. Neil says, I know that the Tasty can now handle the 112s as one trade. You don't have to put on two separate trades. Is the auto trader set up with Tasty to do the same? I was not aware that that was currently available. I know I was talking with their developer team and they said it's coming very soon. So if it did just get released, then I'm not aware of it yet, but I will double check that as soon as I get off the call. As soon as Tasty Trade supports it, I will be making the change on our side, on our back end, to allow that to be sending the order all at once so that we don't have to deal with separate order entries. So yes, when Tasty Trade fully supports that, I will be adding that to our end as well, just to make the trades easier. I hope that answers your question, Neil. All right, Don says, how does one manage hedges when you only want one hedge on at a time, but the auto trader is opening up weekly trades or one per week? Great question, Don. So what you want to do is, so for instance, let's say this is my ES 112, which it is. What I would do is I would have my hedge right here set to the hedge that I wanted to enter. So let's say a ratio hedge. Let's say I want to have on a ratio hedge. And so again, I have a ratio hedge set. So now it's set. So once one of my 112 trades hits the profit, it's going to convert that trade into a ratio hedge. Once I have that one trade that's been converted into a ratio hedge, I can come back in here into the settings and say all future trades close the entire position. So now I have the hedge on, and any future trades that hit the profit will be will close entirely. And so that's by closing the entire position. So at the current moment, there's no way to automate, hey, only have one hedge on at a time, but you can easily switch in the settings, and switching in the settings will not close the current hedge you have. So don't worry about that. Once a trade is a hedge, our system kind of leaves it alone because it's there for protection. Sid says, any way to track P&L and fees, as sometimes testing new auto traders can jump the numbers around and doesn't account for broker fees. I can work on showing that, but again, the trade log shows everything here for your execution straight from Tasty Trade. So it shows you your commissions and fees and everything like that. So you can definitely track that there. I'll work on adding, I'll make note of it right now, actually, a more comprehensive kind of trade breakdowns. So for closed trades, you'll be able to see your profit based on factoring in commissions and everything like that. So great question. Don says, do you just turn a hedge off in the auto trader? I don't know what exactly you mean by that. What the auto trader does is it allows you to set hedges for future trades that hit the profit target. Any current hedges are not managed by the auto trader. They're there to protect your account, and you keep them on. If you want to manually close them, you can using this close out your trade button. If that doesn't answer your question, Don, please put in another question. All right, I'm gonna take this time just to kind of look through here. Oh yeah, David, thank you so much. David referenced that Tasty Live report that I was talking about, where they did the Iron Condor study to show that back test. And 0 DTE 30 to 40 for Iron Condors are great targets. Yes, so Lorna is saying that 30 to 40% profit target for a 0 DTE Iron Condor is best. Absolutely, I learned that from Lorna, and that's why it's set that way, because she has the best practice with it. The explanation for humans is great, says David. Absolutely. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, I'm placing all these settings for an auto trader. What exactly does it mean? And so I was like, all right, let's just explain it in clear English. So for those who don't know, I'm just going to quickly walk through that so you can see what I'm talking about. When you set up an auto trader, just the fastest way to do this is to just pick a default one. So I'm going to go through here, set my buying power allocation to 10,000 just because. All right, so just like this on the final review page, it explains it in clear, plain English what the auto trader is doing. For those who don't understand all the settings, they just want to understand and make sure you're setting up the correct thing. Because as mentioned before, the auto trader will only do what you tell it. So let's make sure you understand what you told it to do. So it says this auto trader is instructed to automate a 90 DTE 112 trade on ES once a week on Wednesday. Trades will be placed in the afternoon session. Trades will be managed with a take profit of 80%. Trades will also be managed with a stop loss of 200%. This auto trader is limited to trade with no more than $10,000, which means that this auto trader will continue placing trades until the buying power for all the open trades hits $10,000. Trades that hit the take profit percentage will be turned into a put debit spread hedge automatically. So again, it explains what the auto trader is doing so that you can understand. Again, as always, don't understand what it's doing. I want to make sure you do. Just click don't understand, send me a message. This goes straight to me and I can help you out. So anyways, I'm glad you guys enjoy that. Ryan Johnson says, I'm confused about the 150 stop loss on 0 DTE. Are you saying the 150% is based on the 30% take profit? So your take profit and stop loss are based on the credit received, not based on each other. So just for easy numbers, if you enter a trade for $100 credit, then that means that you're going to exit the trade once it gets to, I believe, what is it? 150, is that it? Is it either 250 or $150 in credit? What's the math on that? It's yes, once it gets to $250, it will close the trade. That would be 150% stop loss. And then vice versa for the 30% take profit. If you enter in at $100 credit, then it'll close it once the trade is now trading at $70. So you've made $30. So that's kind of the settings for it. Neil says, I placed a 112 trade Wednesday or yesterday, and they accepted the trade as one trade. Good to know. I reached out to actually the API support team who I work with to kind of make sure everything here is functioning correctly. And he got back to me this morning and said he would give me all the details about it. So I assume that means that something's coming, and so I assume it's working now. But yeah, I did get an update that he'll be giving me more info. He didn't say that it was live yet, but it looks like it might be. So that's awesome. Thanks for the update. Yeah, I'll make sure to work on that. Austin says, second question was tied to the first question. Sorry. I don't, let's see. Okay. Do you just turn off the hedge in the auto trader? Yeah, just turn off the hedge setting. Okay, Sid says, do you have any presets available for TradingView webhooks to make it easier for credit spread? Sometimes working with a Monday, Wednesday, Friday SPY credit spread doesn't always work as consistently as one would hope. Yeah, so credit spreads are not a strategy that I recommend or push because they're directional trades. What I mean by that is you need to be right on which way the stock is going. And so if you're going to set up some TradingView webhooks for that, aka if you're going to integrate a TradingView alert to trigger an option or a credit spread entry, what you want to do is make sure that you're using an indicator that will show you which way the stock is going or have a likelihood of going in the direction that the credit spread will make money. So if you have on a put credit spread, you want to make sure that the market is going up. If you're putting on a call credit spread, make sure the market has more of a tendency to go down. And so again, credit spreads are a directional play, so you need to be right on direction. So make sure that you're right on direction. That's probably why your win rate is a bit lower than you would hope. It's because you're playing a directional strategy and you're not as directionally correct. David says Wednesday should be capitalized. Okay, we got some grammar Nazis. No, I'm just kidding. I thanks, David. It probably should be. You build one awesome thing, and then someone will always complain. So that's okay. I'll take it. I got it. I'll improve it. All right, that's all I'm seeing from the Q&A right now. If there's any more Q&As, please put them there. If not, if I don't see any more in the next few minutes, then I just want to say thank you guys all for being here. It looks like we've had about 30 people on, and that's awesome. I didn't think anyone would show up today, not gonna lie. And so I appreciate you guys showing up, and I hope I was able to deliver and show you what is in the options auto trader and how you can use it to make money. And so again, some amazing stuff going on here. As always, I am willing and want your feedback. So again, if you haven't provided it here yet, please send me an email or schedule a call with me. I love getting on calls with you guys to understand what are you doing, how are you doing it, how can I help you do it better. And again, just making the software more and more amazing for you guys to help you make more money, make it more simple, make it easy to use. And then again, we're releasing June 7th for people who currently aren't in the Options Auto Trader. So again, looks like there's no more Q&As, but what I did want to say, and I realized that never got put in the slides, even though I wanted it to, is that there's a new YouTube channel. So again, the YouTube channel for Options Auto Trader, this video will be going up on it. So you guys can check that out there. So the recording of this will go up on the YouTube channel, and it would mean the world to me. I will send out the replay link to that YouTube channel. But make sure you guys smash that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. I'll be coming out with some amazing videos on helping you automate trades and some more amazing info on it. Lorna says the auto trader is truly a thing of beauty. Keep it coming, Austin. My pleasure. I love hearing that. My wife is sitting over there, and she probably doesn't like how much time I spend on it, but that's okay because you guys like it. No, I mean, yeah, I'm really obsessed with making it the best thing there is so that you guys can use it and make money with it and feel good about it. So Andy says, is everyone in here using the auto trader? How do I do so? Andy, yeah. So again, this live Zoom is open to anyone. But again, most of the people I'm seeing commenting on here are current auto trader members. Again, there was a beta testing access, which is where David comes from and some others on the call. And then there was an early access opening, which is where Lorna and Neil and some others you saw on the call are from. But again, we're currently in closed early access as I work with these people to make it truly amazing. But I'm launching and staying open as of June 7th. So mark your calendar for June 7th. You don't want to miss out on that because June 7th, you'll be able to get into the auto trader, start using it, and you'll be able to do so for free with our free trial. So June 7th, mark your calendar. You don't want to miss out on that. All right, guys. Thanks again so much for joining me on here. I'll be doing this every single week, Friday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, if there's a better time for you, please let me know. But at the moment, based on what I know, I'll just keep it the same. Curtis says, thank you, Austin. You're doing an amazing job. I appreciate that. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It means the world to me. I would just be sitting here talking to a blank computer with nobody around if you guys weren't here. So thank you so much for showing up. Again, you guys showing up means the world to me, and it also gives me more encouragement to make this better for you guys. So thank you guys once again. I will see you next week, and I hope to have even more amazing features that help you make more money and do so safely. Anyways, the recording will be up on YouTube, and it will probably be sent to your email tomorrow afternoon. I probably won't get it up tonight, but anyways, for those of you who are not Auto Trader members, I'm so sorry you're missing out, but I hope you're seeing how amazing this is so that one day you do want to use it. June 7th is the date for that. Do not miss out, June 7th. All right, guys. Thank you once again. Have a great day.